Hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire allotment adventures on what is a very windy day here in Yorkshire. We've got clouds, but well, it's fairly warm when the wind drops, so we're doing okay. While spring is well and truly here, everything's just blooming and growing fast, including, of course, the dreaded weeds. But we're getting on top of those now. I'm really going to prepare the beds now for sowing of all the things that are growing. But I love this time of year because it's just so exciting to see everything come alive. Well, I hope you will. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and you know the drill. Have you got yourself a cuppa? Well, welcome once again to Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. I may suddenly vanish because I'm sat on one of the troughs I've got here on the allotment at one of the planters, and it's not very strong. or I'm too heavy, one of the two. It's probably the latter. Well, here I am next to one of the raised beds, and these have got the carrots in. I don't know if you remember. So fingers crossed. They need watering, which I'm going to do in a moment. We've had a little drizzle of rain, but not massive. So everything's drying out quite nicely. This is a red cabbage. It's not going to happen. This is last year's red cabbage that was left in ground. Didn't do very much at all. And then I threw it in the compost heap. And then I was walking past the compost heap, and there it was. It sprung itself to life. And so I've planted it here for one reason only, because right at the very top, we're going to get some flowers. And flowers mean seeds. So hopefully off this lovely plant here. And also, we can still use the red cabbage leaves. These are edible. They're looking really good, brand new, of course. And they'll get bigger. We're about to have those for our Sunday lunches. How exciting is that? And this raised bed here, as I said, it's got my carrots in at the far end. That's what this stick here for. And I've got some onions here. Now these onions, a lot of them have come out of some of the raised beds, but some of them have come out of the bed here behind me. In fact, I need just to cover that up there. Because here, I've been doing a bit of digging through. I put some onions in and they never really grew much, so I've popped them in here now. Hopefully we'll get lots of nutrients from the soil. However, when I was digging up, of course, I got distracted because my nemesis turned up. And I saw this very small, and I'll take a close-up of you, very small, little, innocent-looking leaf. Of course, I've grown to recognise this innocent-looking leaf over the years, and actually, this is all what was connected to that innocent little leaf. Yes, our lovely bindweed. And I've took more out. There's more over here. Lots of the stuff, look. So we're getting that up from the ground now. And I just have to keep going. As I say, just have to, think it's there again. We'll get rid of it. So the more I pick it, the less it will grow, which is fantastic. So that can go on a little heap behind me, out of the way of the raised bed, because even a little section will get itself going and get itself growing, which we don't actually want at all. So look, onions, carrots, and red cabbage. Isn't that magnificent? And behind me here, of course, we have our strawberries, and I've just been clearing around them because the bindweed, I think it's coming from this top bank. So I need to really fettle that top bank. It's coming under, and we had it last year actually, because it comes from next door's allotment, and it's run along this brick wall here I've got here. Quite innocently underneath, and it comes into your raised beds. So we'll get rid of that. I'm going to try and trace it all the way back. I've done the edging where my raspberries are and my gooseberry. Now the gooseberry last year wasn't very happy with me because I've moved it again. So fingers crossed this year we'll get some gooseberries from the gooseberry bush. The raspberries are doing incredibly well. In fact, we need to go and look at some raspberries inside the other greenhouse. So I'll see you in there in a moment. So before I water in here, I've had a really fantastic discovery. In here, I've grown my French tarragon and it had died off. So I think, well, I'll just dig it up. I've come in today and in there, let me see, lots of lovely new green leaves, and that is the tarragon growing back. So I'm really, really pleased that's absolutely fantastic. My other one that was outside, that's gone completely. What's also lovely in here, a little update, these are my raspberries and they're doing really well. I mean, look at that. Isn't it lovely? Fantastic. They're all blossoming and blooming. Even the one in the tarragon, actually, this has had to come to life. But what is lovely, it's about nature again, and it's a survivor, isn't it, nature? Right in the corner, and shall we do it? Here's a photograph. This was just a really small stem, but it's not growing from the stem itself, it's growing from the base, from the bottom, and I've got a brand new, as you can see from the photograph, little leaves poking through the soil. So that's yet another beautiful raspberry that will come. So I'm really excited and see what size raspberries are. In fact, the one in this corner I've just noticed as well, I've not got a photograph, that's doing exactly the same thing. So brilliant. Got leeks here, they're going to all get watered now. So it's really exciting. Everything's coming to life once again. Brilliant, isn't it? And all for free. Well, before I go, this is the time where a lot of children in the UK are off because it's our Easter holidays. And well, if you've got your grandchildren around, your nephews, nieces, or your children's children, whoever you've got around, in fact, why not your neighbours? Have a bit of fun. Time to get your toilet rolls out or your cardboard tubes. Now, I love this. I can't find my scissors, so I'm going to do it by hand. It doesn't matter how you do it. Round tube, of course. If you flatten it and then flatten it again the opposite way, you'll get 4 corners. So instantly, look, you have a square tube. And then all you do, it's very simple, about the same width, obviously. Let's have a look here. Put it down so you give yourself a flap like this. Do it at this side. And do it at this, a bit rough and ready this one today, isn't it? And then you fold them in alternate. So that one is to go in, out, like this. We've done that. There you go. So we've almost, look, almost got a base. And then this one, this is a tricky because this has to go under that one. So hopefully we'll put that in there like that. And if I've got my calculations right, they should, give me a second, all sit nicely together, and you've made yourself a free little plant pot. All sorts in there, and sweet peas, particularly love them. And of course, with it being organic, once your plants have grown, they can go straight into the soil. No need, of course, to take these off. And yeah, get some seeds in there. You've got yourself a free plant pot. And the kids will absolutely love having a go. And yeah, you can make it out of newspaper as well, do the same thing. You put the newspaper around an object, of course, wrap it round several times, then push the bottom in, and you'll get yourself a lovely, lovely plant pot, because they don't need to be really sturdy, do they? They just need long enough for the seeds to pop out the top. So maybe a month, 2 months, and yeah, all for free. Well, I hope you have a fantastic weekend and a fantastic week ahead. Thank you very much for all your messages. And well, it's great to have you all on board. It's lovely here, actually. The birds singing, everything's blooming, and it's time soon to get out all of the seeds that I've got in there and start putting them into the ground. I look forward to that very much. Right, I'm going to pot off now. I think it's time for the copper. So I'll see you next time here on Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. Okay, making your